My name is Dan Rafferty, and I'm a second-year medical student at Midwestern University in Downers Grove, Illinois. I, along with my mentor, Dr. Prasanth Puthenveetil, worked on putting together this presentation about toxic spills from liver to kidneys with binge drinking, differential metabolite regulation in males and females. We decided to look into binge drinking because it is a major public health issue in the United States, and it is incredibly prevalent, with over 17 billion total binge drinks consumed annually by US adults. Binge drinking is defined as the amount of alcohol it takes to cause the BAC to rise to 0.08 or above. And this looks different for males and females. For females, that usually only takes about 4 drinks in a 2-hour period, whereas males, it usually takes 5 or more drinks. The liver is the main organ that is involved with metabolizing alcohol, and it has 3 major pathways that can turn ethanol into different metabolites that can then be excreted from the body. Those metabolites travel from the liver to the kidneys, where they're actually excreted in the urine. What we wanted to do was look into any of these toxic metabolites were actually damaging the kidneys themselves. We set up an experiment using male and female mice, broken up into 2 groups. The experimental groups, the mice were given 20% ethanol for 4 days a week for 6-week duration to simulate binge drinking, whereas the control group was given water only. After the 6 weeks was over, we used a metabolomics to determine if there were any changes in the major metabolites in the kidneys of the mice of both the experimental group versus the control group. What we found was that in male mice, the levels of vitamin B5, which is pantothenic acid, were decreased, whereas in female mice, the levels of both alpha aminoapidic acid and formylkynurenine were both increased. This is interesting because both of these are toxic metabolites and they're markers for oxidative stress, which is signifying that there's likely damage happening to the kidneys of the female mice. In conclusion, likely that chronic binge drinking is causing an increase in the buildup of toxic metabolites that are spilling over and damaging the kidney. This is leading to then an increase in the markers for oxidative stress, and that females are probably more prone to this type of injury following this type of drinking. I would like to thank my mentor, Dr. Prasanth Puthenveetil, the rest of the lab members, our statistician, Dr. Bolch, our collaborators, Dr. Lasik, Luana Martins de Cabrera, and Mason Suter, as well as the Department of Pharmacology and Midwestern University Core Facility and Office of Research Services for the funding.